welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. Sunday morning, and we've got some breaking transfer news coming your way. Yes, Man United finally make their second signing. Oh, that's what we've been told. Second signing coming in very, very shortly. We've got news on outgoings as well. It's a busy weekend for Man United. And we've heard from the Man United board and Omar Barada telling us that we are just panicking for no reason. Man United fans should calm down. Everything is under control. Everything's going as planned. Doesn't look like it, Omar. It really doesn't. He's telling us everything is being planned out meticulously. Everyone knows exactly where they're going, and they've got a plan in place to hit their targets and make sure they get all their transfers done. But as far as we can see, it doesn't look like that. It looks like our transfers are up and down and dependent on lots of moves out. And, well, look, let's be honest, there's not enough sales taking place. We are also going to bring you an update on Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. So make sure you stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video. And if you're not already a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, what you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Let's kick off today's show with breaking news on a player that we've been talking about for weeks now, Bryan Mbeumo. Yes, he is on the verge of signing for Man United. Great news. We've heard Man United have made a breakthrough and agreed a valuation for the player with Brentford. £63 million is the figure agreed. We're hearing it was always going to be around this mark. I think we already said to you last week that, look, Brentford were looking for about 60 million, around that mark. United went in with a first offer around 50 million, which was rejected, but they knew they were not far away. It was always going to get done. And this is brilliant news, because we did have Tottenham sniffing around, looking around to see if they could hijack the deal. There was some real concern. There were some reports about how Thomas Frank might want to sign the number 10 for the new Tottenham that he's trying to make, and we were really worried. We really were, and it looks like Man United have realised that there's a danger of that happening, and they've gone in there with a serious offer of the asking price and agreed that with Brentford. So it's only a matter of time. We're hearing that the medical should be arranged and things like that will get done and everything finalised by end of this week. Fingers crossed that deal gets done. And after that, we're being told that everything's under control. In the last few days, we've heard from Omar Barada, and he is the man behind bringing Ruben Amorim to Manchester United. He is pivotal in what's going on at United, and he's confirmed that everything's under control. Everything is happening in the way that they've planned it to happen. They're not worried about transfers. They're not worried about the players being signed. They know exactly who they're going to sign and when they're going to sign them. It's that Project 150. That's what they're all about. Project 150, where I think they are saying that United are planning to win the Premier League by 2028. That's about 3 years away. 3 years away from winning the Premier League. It does not look like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, these two signings of Kuna and Mbeumo will be very, very good. I think they're both very good players. But will they be pushing us to the Premier League title? I can't see that happening, especially when you see the likes of Liverpool and Man City's and Chelsea's and Arsenal strengthening their teams and becoming even more formidable. We haven't done that. We're not doing that. So what we need is we need more movement. We need more transfers. We need more players in. We need to give Ruben Amorim what he wants. And Omar Barada seems confident that they're doing that. He seems confident that he's come out, obviously, in this recent interview saying that he's more than happy with what's going on. He likes the signing of Kuna. He believes in Ruben Amorim's system, and he believes that United will spend enough money to go out there and bring more players into this squad for Ruben Amorim to work his magic. I genuinely can't see that happening right now. I genuinely can't, and I am worried. And yesterday's show was all about panic, panic, panic. We need to wake up, start smelling the coffee. We need to actually get up and wake up and start making some signings. That's what Man United need to do. But Omar Barada seems very relaxed about everything that's going on. Maybe they've got a plan that's actually, that is to wait. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. But I think even he doesn't, Omar Barada doesn't really have any control over the sales of players going out. they don't have control of what offers they're going to get for him. But with some positive news, yesterday we heard that Napoli and Juventus were both interested in signing Jadon Sancho. There was also news that Napoli and Juventus were also looking at Rasmus Højlund as well. Yes, Rasmus Højlund, who's had I'd say a pretty crappy season for United. I'd have to be honest. I mean, look, it was his first season. I wasn't expecting a lot from him. I'm going to be honest with you. At the moment we signed him, there was lots of fans out there saying he's going to be the world class, blah, blah, blah. And I said to everybody then that we're going to have to wait a year or two to really see the best of him. He's a rough diamond. He needs a lot of training and a lot of tactical awareness for him to become one of the best strikers in the world or in Europe. And look, he's far from that. He's far from that. And I'm not even sure if he's got the natural talent needed in that position. But you never know. You never know what might come of him. Hopefully he can improve. Maybe if he's looking at players around him who coming in who are better than him, he can learn from. But right now he can't be leading the line. But anyway, Rasmus Højlund and Jadon Sancho could be out by this summer. Jadon Sancho is definitely out. We've heard that already. Man United will not be keeping him. Another striker, another player that Man United are looking to obviously sell is Marcus Rashford. Now, we've heard mixed reports on Marcus Rashford. Some reports saying that he wants to leave and Man United want to sell him. But then we've heard reports that Man United might want to patch up things with Marcus Rashford and see if he wants to stay at United. I'm not quite sure. Look, we've been there, done that, seen that, and he doesn't want to play for United. He actually came out in the last 24 hours or saying something like he wants to play with Yamil Yamal out in Barcelona. He's got his eyes set on Barcelona. He wants to play for Barcelona. He's admired the club for many years, and he's made it clear, even before he got his loan move to Aston Villa, that he wanted to move to Barcelona. But the problem is Barcelona have got an embarrassment of riches. They don't really need Marcus Rashford. And even if he went to Barcelona, he wouldn't get time, would he? He wouldn't get time to play for Barcelona, not in the way he wants to play. And why would you want to move to Barcelona and not play any football? Why would you want to sit on the bench? I don't get it. But then look, you know what? He must have a dream to play for someone like that. And well, he clearly feels that he can match what is there at Barcelona. I'm not quite sure. Drop your comments below on what you think about Marcus Rashford moving. Do you think we should really try and keep him? I personally think it's just the ship's gone. The ship has gone. I don't think we can turn things around with Marcus Rashford. He's made it clear he doesn't want to be at United. He's not happy at United. So why force the kid to stay at United? I think they again need to sell him like Jadon Sancho and take the money and go and buy someone else who's actually willing to play for United. That is today's dramatic turns of events in the transfer market. Hopefully we can in the next couple of days formally announce the new signing of Bryan Mbeumo, but up until now, we're going to have to wait and see what actually plays out. But again, positive news coming out of United. Told not to panic by Omar Brada, so let's not panic. But of course, we'd love to see more signings. You are watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.